Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel which hasn't posted in more than a year. I think the last time was during NaNoWriMo, and I think it was on the last day in which I was trying to just make this attempt to write something because it had been a very slow writing for the month. I think I was writing by hand. I was just trying to give that a go. But things happen. As a sort of mini update, I had a little baby. She's a little girl, and she's the most beautiful thing in the world. So I haven't really been able to record. And if I have had some time, I was probably too tired. I talk a little bit more about this in the blog, which I'll link in the description. And yeah, I won't go into much of that here, but I think that's all the updates. But the reason we're here today is that I have this beautiful collection of books, and I am so excited because one of the things I want to get into again is reading, and I want to try to both get myself to read and at the same time not pressure myself into reading a lot. Like I'm sure you've seen so many videos of, hey, how I read 100 books in a year or 200. I've seen so many of those videos and I just keep asking the same question: how do they do it? But I don't have those kinds of aspirations. I do want to at least read one book per month. I think that's doable. I'm a little late for January because I've been trying to actually wait to record this video because I have a tough decision to make. So as you can see with my beautiful Christmas tree in the background, here is a stack of 12 books. So all the Agatha Christie books were a gift from Santa, aka my in-laws, and I was so thrilled to see them that I said, okay, this is the sign. This is the sign telling me I need to get back into reading, and you should read 12 books in the year, which is one per month. So what I did was, since there were already 7, I thought, well, let me just look into my own bookshelf to see how many pending to be read books I have, which is most of my bookshelf. I picked these, which are, okay, so these 3 I already had in my bookshelf and I have not read it. I've never read any of them. I think I've mentioned before that I've never read any Neil books. I've never read Jane Austen. I know, for shame. How can you call yourself a writer? I know, I get it. And I got this one for last year, no, the year before that. So 2022, I wanted to read this one. Don't worry, I'll make a close up in a little bit so you can see all the titles. But this one I got for Halloween because I think it was supposed to be, I don't know if mystery, scary, something like that, but I never read it. And then, because of course I need to buy more books than I already read, I got these 2 books recently after hanging out with 2 of my best friends before the year ended. So I got Haruki Murakami, and this one I honestly got because of the cover. I'm gonna show you. I do judge books by their covers for the most part. I do pick a book by how appealing it is. I had some loud neighbors. Sorry about that. So I do judge books by their covers. I am book perficial. So I'm going to show you one by one, and what I would like to accomplish by the end of this little video is to decide the order in which I'm going to read them, and as soon as I stop recording, I'll see if I can quickly edit and then start at least 1 or 2 pages of whichever book is selected for January. So we have the first one. They're in no particular order. The Agatha Christie books, I literally took them out from the box because this was a box set. So this is how they came out. So they're not in any particular order. So the first one is Haruki Murakami. I don't know if I'm saying it right. This one's called After Dark, and it is a novel. In the bookstore, they said they had a book of stories, but I wanted a novel. Hold on. There we go. Okay, so let me start over so you can see the books. So this one, like I said, is Haruki Murakami, and it's called After Dark. This one is called The Hexologist by Josiah Bancroft. I'm sorry if I don't say the names correctly. Like I said, this one I bought because A, the title, and B, the design is absolutely gorgeous. That's literally the reason why I picked it. And also, I read a little bit from the blurb, and it sounds interesting. So yeah, that's it. I've had this book for years. You can even tell it's kind of yellow. I've never read it. I'm not sure if it was this one, but I think there was a book once that I bought that I think it was part of a bigger book, and I thought, wait, that's so stupid. Why would you give me part of a book instead of just giving me the whole book? And I thought maybe that this was just, let's say, a sort of excerpt of the book, like not the full thing. Then I realized, oh wait, this is the full novel, so let's read it. So there's that, Jane Austen, Pride and Prejudice. We have The Ocean at the End of the Lane by Mr. Neil Gaiman. I have Googled how to say his name so many times and I still forget.
Neil Gaiman.
So Mr. Neil, I have never read any of his books either, for shame, I know. Honestly, I've never seen anything made by him or read anything written by him. So we're gonna start with this. Let me see. The Stars Did Wander Darkling. So like I said, I do judge books by their covers, and this is a particularly pretty one as well, and intriguing when you look at the back, at least for me. And this one is by Colin Meloy. And like you can tell, it's like this gold lettering, and it took me a little bit to understand what I was reading as the title. I still don't get it, but at least I understood the word. The Stars Did Wander Darkling. So I have no idea what this one is about. I think I just Googled it. Googled modern like mystery type of books, and I saw this one and I got it. That's literally it. So let's start with the Agatha ones. We have Death on the Nile. So I have not watched this movie because I always said I wanted to read the book and then watch it, and I finally got it a few years later, but we still got it. The Mysterious Affair at Styles. This one I'm particularly... So this one I was interested in. I have no idea what it's about, but I watched a video back then by the boys in BuzzFeed, Shane and Ryan, when they were doing mystery videos and cases, and they discussed Agatha Christie, and I was so intrigued by her life. I can even link it below if you're interested. But they mentioned this book. I think it was that I don't remember if it was that this was the first one that she wrote as a challenge by her sister, or if she had, no, I just remembered. She had gotten stuck writing The Blue Train, I think, if I'm not mistaken, was her first novel. I'm not sure, but they mention it in the video. This one I had never heard of, Death in the Clouds. Honestly, if I was to see the cover of this book, I wouldn't buy it because I don't like it. Something about it is not very appealing. This is another one I wouldn't get if I would see the cover only. Cat Among the Pigeons, right? Cat Among the... Yeah, I read right. So this is another one included in the bundle. I had not heard of this one either. We have The Murder of Roger Ackroyd. I had heard about this one, I think also in that video that I mentioned. And then After the Funeral. This one seems interesting enough too if I was to choose it by the cover. We'll see how it goes. And last but not least, Murder on the Orient Express. This movie I did watch. I didn't wait to read the book. I love the movie. I think it's great. I love Poirot. I just love his character. I like him better as a detective character than Sherlock Holmes. I don't know if that's a hot take, but there you have it. And these are all the books I have. So like I mentioned, they were in no particular order. We have 12 books. Let me put them like this, maybe it's better. Here we go. We have all the books here. I think they're all visible there. I don't know how to decide which one to read first. Maybe I'll just like start picking at random. I'm not looking. I don't know which one's first, which one's last. What I'll do is I'll pick from the books that are not Agatha Christie and the ones that are. I'm looking away from them. So, okay, this is what I got. This will be the first, Haruki Murakami, After Dark. Then, like I said, I wasn't watching when I picked them. Murder on the Orient Express. I'm actually pleased by this. The Murder of Roger Ackroyd is the third. The Hexologist is fourth. I kind of would have wanted that to be first, but I'm not gonna change it. Cat Among the Pigeons is the fifth. So again, this is per month. So January, February, March, April, May. June brings Death on the Nile. For July is Jane Austen, Pride and Prejudice. For August is Death in the Clouds. For September, The Stars Did Wander Darkling. I hope I get to understand the title, otherwise I'm gonna be a little bit frustrated. October, The Mysterious Affair at Styles, so appropriate for October, a mystery. November, I'm kind of sad that he's so far below, but I guess at least I'll read him. The Ocean at the End of the Lane, and December, After the Funeral. I think overall I'm okay with this order. I think I would... No, I'm gonna leave it like that. It's okay. So this is gonna be the order. My hope would be to kind of maybe read them and then do a YouTube live or something about my thoughts of the book or what it was about, whatever, just going over it. Maybe if someone else that I know has read it, maybe discuss it with them too. I don't know, just go through them. But the main goal, the main goal is to read one each month. At the very least, one each month. So that's the list. This is what we are going to be reading, and I'm actually very excited. I have a few debut authors: Mr. Murakami, Mr. Neal, Josiah Bancroft, and Jane Austen, Milloy, and that's it. Agatha Christie, I had read at least one book, so I'm really excited to read this, and I hope more videos come from this reading journey experience. I don't know if to tag this as a, I even forgot the book reading tag in YouTube. I'll think about it. I don't know if this counts, but at least I know for sure that I put my intention that I am going to read one book per month at the very least. And starting probably today, I'll at least read one page or something. But yeah, this is it for now. I'm glad to be back with at least a little bit of reading related content. So hopefully this inspires some of you to get back into reading if it's been a while. It certainly has been a while for me. I think the last book I read was The Beetle, and I was supposed to make a video talking about it and what it was about and my take on it, but it took forever to edit because my computer and the program were too slow and heavy and it would keep crashing, so I gave up. So that's it. I'll keep you posted on each book, and thank you for coming back if you do, and if not, then nice seeing you. Bye.